Hey guys, welcome to this video. My name is AB, and real quick, I'm just going to show you exactly how to create a story sequence the new way, or the revolutionized way, the revamped way of creating story sequences that basically helped me generate 18K for clients of mine in one day, actually. So basically, how it works is that it's the same story sequences, but it's more intentional. It's more of a storytelling now, and you're not just like selling people. I mean, you're obviously selling people, but you're not just like blatantly selling people. And people, whenever they click on your stories, they don't have this feeling of like, oh, this guy is selling us again, isn't he? And it just basically eliminates that whole core principle of like people now, in the BTC market especially, eliminates the factor where people now, whenever they see your story, they associate it with like you trying to sell them something. So this one is gonna be more fun. It's gonna be a very quick video as well, and I'm just gonna show you exactly how we can get right into it. And yeah, so simply how you can structure this is that you need Canva and you're gonna need IG again. So how this works for like visually pleasing, for Canva, you're just gonna have to have a lot of good looking pictures and aesthetically pleasing ones. It's the same premise as creating like the previous story sequences, but this one is just gonna be more hooking. So here, this past week, I recorded so much content for you guys, and it's not just content; it's solutions for every struggling or inconsistent day trader out there. And then you use the red line. I want to hear from you. People emphasize the red lines more, and this is how you exactly can market research. Just very slick. You can market research like this. I'm building the content I wish I had starting out. So tell me your biggest pain points and I'll cover them in the next video. Here's like him with another six-figure trader. So do yourself a favor and go watch it. And then there's like the link over here. And that's basically how you can just like, market research, and you're just tying it into a value. You're giving people a lot of fucking value. That's the main thing about creating your IG profile and systemizing it in a way where you refrain from the VSLs and everything, is that you need to give as much value as possible. You're like, give me your questions, and in return, you're gonna get this piece, which is how we're using these systems to basically make more money. That's basically it. And the start here sequence is basically gonna be something like this. So as you can see over here, we have a freedom hook, and then you position yourself in a way that, for example, it didn't always start this way. 4 years ago, I was sitting in my high school classes, I was studying, but I was broke. Then I had no idea how to make money after high school. And it's just basically relatable stories that you're only able to like basically gain if you have enough information about the people that are following you, which is the ICP. Now, we've conducted about 30 plus calls, 30 plus sales calls, created one hell of an avatar, and we're just speaking a language that only these guys can relate to, not anyone else. So when you do this, you're basically showing them that, oh, hey, I was there, I was in the same place as you. And then when I started seeing a little bit of results, this was my reaction. I was happy. And then these what they looked like. They weren't so big. I didn't make it overnight. It was like $48. I didn't get a fucking Bugatti overnight. And then from there, by 2024, and slowly, like just fast tracking people, like showing them, like, okay. And then after a while, I was able to do this because I was consistent, I was disciplined, I was doing all of this shit. And because I was doing all of this and I was still on my game, I was able to connect with people of higher caliber. And as you can see, these are like one of the biggest people in the trading space. So you have Sai, you have all these other guys, basically, whatever. The ability to tell people a story that they can relate to and they can feel like, I want to be this guy, right? I don't want to get a Lamborghini, but I want to be this guy. I want to go through this path where I'm like, okay, I'm successful. I know this guy. Oh, well, this guy showed us that he didn't start off by getting a fucking Bugatti. He started off with getting $48 with one trade. Then he lost it all. Haha, you know? And that's basically how it is. They feel like you're in their shoes. Now you're gonna position yourself in a way, hey, I've done this, but also my students did it as well. And that's the beautiful thing. Take some inspiration from this. And then all you're gonna do is you're gonna have to position for a CTA. This isn't just about the money, it's about what it represents: freedom, choice, and time, being able to travel and trade from anywhere, to choose when or where you want to work. This is what this model really gives you, the MB future. Now, we got a lot of fucking DMs out of this one, but the good thing is that you're just like, you cannot fail this. If you're somebody that is legit trying to create story sequences like all of these that I'm about to show you right now, if you're somebody that is legit and you have a real story and you've genuinely made a lot of money and you came from a very bad place and you were struggling, it's so easy to create shit like this for people to come and buy from you. It's very simple. Now, I'm going to show you another example. And this example is from Siggy. This guy is booming right now. You can get your thumbnail editors to basically create all this for you. And it's pretty easy. It's not going to cost much either. Yeah, the bad news is, here you go. The hook, The bad news is I only made 10K today. And then as you can see, he's talking about his student, and then he's talking about the result of his student, basically the muds, right? So this is the money that he's made, and this is the muds. This is how many booked calls they've got. And then you have over here another one, which is basically how much they've made in a week and what's the revenue generated. Here's another student, and here's like the client retreat, and they just keep on talking more and more and more and more. And it's very simple. You can pause, take a look at this. But genuinely speaking, my only advice is that create your own framework. The framework over here is given. It's a free for all game. There is not a one single binding framework that you have to use to create story sequences. It's going to be pretty simple. So whatever you think is going to be sparking these people's interests, whatever you think is going to stop these people from scrolling and make them really want to consume your content, just do it, right? Just test. You never know. And yeah, here you go. There's another one over here what real freedom looks like, and then it's just didn't always start this way. I realized the problem. Everyone was teaching outdated strategies that kept traders stuck and inconsistent. So I started small, as you can see. Again, same loop, and then you just how you figured it out, how you started making money slowly, and then here's what my journey looked like. Year 1, inconsistent and break even. First 1K a day. Year 2. And then year 3, consistent payouts in 10K months. It took me 3 years, but my students, they shortcut the process. And then you go over your case studies and your students and your testimonials and every single person that has traded with you. And then you end it with a CTA. Also, we've got a swipe file over here. Just basically having a lot of fucking story sequences and just going through them all. Basically, there's a lot of shit that we have here logged, and it's basically a place to keep all of them together. Now, this is really it. There's nothing too crazy, right? But it's very important that you just utilize the fact that whenever you want to create stories, you want to make sure that you're telling people a story that they can relate to in order for them to like conceive you as a high authority. And once they see you like that, they'll be able to buy from you. That's the whole point, really. Obviously contributing factors to selling your coaching or your consultations or whatever you want to sell to the B2C or B2B markets. So yeah, there's this amongst a lot of other factors. I'll be sure to make a video about that very later. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyways, this is the part of the video where I shamelessly plug myself. If you're a coach or consultant or somebody that's trying to scale their info product, there's a link down below. I don't care if you click it or not, but it's designed to basically take you to my Instagram. You can drop me a message. I can help you scale like I've done with my other clients. If not, then no worries at all. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.